read the last questions to help figure out variables. Now, you'll see in one of the word problems we actually throw it in the beginning. Okay, but somewhere in there it's going to tell you kind of what we're looking for to help you out. We do our if-then statement just to help us sort things out for later. So, the sum, what does sum mean? Addition. So, x plus y equals 162. The verb to be is equals. Okay. Their difference is 48. So what would you use for difference? A subtraction. Does it say which one's larger, x or y? Not yet. But if we go x minus y equals 48, which one is the larger number? Well, x is larger. Now for us, as soon as we put that there, that's what made it larger. If we went y minus x equals 48, now we changed it around, this one would be the larger number. Our problem doesn't tell us anything more, so we don't have to be concerned about it. Down below, they talk about larger and smaller, and we have to be concerned, but we're not there yet. So for us, we can kind of be carefree about it. Okay. All right. Eliminate. Go. Add them up. What is so x equals 210. So 2x equals that. What does x equal? 105. So now you can eliminate again or substitute, whatever you want. These are such easy questions. I would do substitution, but you don't have to. You can totally do double elimination. Okay, so then subtract. And so y equals 57. Okay. There you go. Now you're not done. You must tell me the answer. Okay, so the question is find the numbers, reread that part, then say two numbers are $57 and 105. And you can put a little box around it, make it nice and pretty, because I like to make it easy for me to see the answer. Any questions? Okay. Next one. The sum of two numbers is 56. Okay, that's important. The larger and smaller. Now they're talking about larger and smaller. So for if-then statement, we should talk about that too. If x is the larger, they could have made it the smaller, didn't matter, then y is smaller. Okay. Okay, so what's equation number 1 from the first sentence? The sum of the numbers is 56. X plus y equals 56. Okay. Now the next one, they're saying that the larger exceeds twice the smaller. So if we take our larger number, which is x, we subtract 2 times the smaller, it should equal 2. Okay. If x is 2 bigger than twice the smaller, if we subtract them, the difference is 2. That's a little bit weird for that one. Okay. Read it again, look at the equation. All right. Okay, so let's solve. Should we add or subtract right now? Definitely subtract. Go ahead and eliminate. We get y equals 18. Now you can do elimination again, but they're so easy. Do substitution. And it doesn't really matter which equation you pick. Okay. X equals 38. Okay. So it says here, what are the numbers? Two numbers are 18 and 38. Okay, and put it in the box. Okay. Any questions? Yep. No, I usually go smaller to higher, but I'm not going to mark that wrong, Gurpreet. Okay, good question. Yeah, usually smaller or higher, but I wouldn't mark it wrong. Okay. But if you know what my answer key looks like, it's always good to make it look like that, because then Mr. Barker is happy when he's marking your test. Okay. Next one. Perimeter of a rectangular garden is 19 meters. Underline perimeter. Oh, those grade 9s, they gave me some more gray hair. Perimeter is the distance around the outside. Okay, please don't give me gray hair. Around the outside. Now, that's like building a fence around your yard. The grade 9s, they decide to build a fence around the yard and then put one right up the middle. Not a good idea. Just around the outside. Now we have a rectangle, so draw it. Please label it with width and length. And instead of using X and a Y, I'm just going to use W and L. It makes sense to me. Then I don't have to do an if-then statement because I can just use W and L and I'll know exactly what W stands for. What does it stand for? Yeah. Bingo. Okay. So how many widths are there? Plus how many lengths? Now what does that equal? 19. Right? The perimeter is 19. So 2 widths plus 2 lengths, 19. Okay. Next part. Triple the length is half a meter longer than 5 times the width. Which one's bigger? The length. Okay, this is bigger. So 3L minus the smaller one, 5W, equals half a meter. What should I use for that? 0.5. You could use a fraction, but because we're doing measurements, 0.5 is okay. All right? Good. So a couple things. First of all, let's switch the first equation so that we have our variables lining up. We wouldn't want to switch the second one because minus 5W is weird. So let's just go 2L plus 2W equals 19. It's always great to line those up. And for the second one, we'll go 3L minus 5W equals 0.5. There we go. So let's eliminate. We can change them again if we want. Maybe, do you guys want to eliminate the L's or the W's? Hey, Spence, you choose. Sounds good. Okay. What number would be the same for the W's? Or what number gets them the same? 10? Okay, so change them. So this is going to be 10W. This will be minus 10W. Ooh, what's 19 times 5? 95. Okay. Okay, add or subtract. Opposite signs. Add. Okay. So it's 16L equals 96. What does L equal? L equals 6. Okay. Now you could do double elimination. Or you could then choose to do substitution. I'm going to do double elimination because I feel like it. Yes, Jordan?
For the question above, we had opposite sign. Subtraction.
No, we had plus and plus.
Oh.
I always put a big sign right here. I noticed on some of you guys weren't doing that, and then you're screwing up your subtractions. Okay, put a big add or subtract sign there. Okay. W equals 3.5. Now it says find the dimensions. So you can say the length equals 6 meters, width equals 3.5 meters. Put in a box, easy to find. There we go. You could have more of a sentence. I don't really care too much about that. Okay, as long as you define which number means which, or which it refers to. Okay, any questions? So you're walking along the street and you find 3 dimes. How much money do you have? Oh, really? Come on. You find 3 dimes. How much? 30 cents. Right? Price, value times quantity. Okay, we're doing that now. So let's have a look here. Now I could use X and Y, but we're talking about dimes and quarters. So what could I also use? D and Q. Makes sense. Okay? So this person in their piggy bank has 23 coins together. What's one equation we can make up? Yeah, the total number of dimes plus the total number of quarters equals 23. Okay. For the second one, it's going to be a little bit harder. You have a value of $4.55. Now, how would you write the number of dimes, or the value that you have in dimes? It would be 0.10D. It's got to be in cents, plus 0.25Q equals $4.55. You gotta watch your decimals. Okay, gotta watch your decimals. Now, because you guys it's easy to lose decimals, what I always encourage everyone to do is times it by 100 right away. So that way you get rid of your decimals. 10D plus 25Q equals 455. So now you're working completely in cents. Some people like to start there. Sure, I'll be generous. I wouldn't recommend it. It's always good to start with your decimals, in my opinion. Okay. Now you can change the top equation so you can eliminate. And subtract. Don't be worried about that negative number, because here you also have a negative number, but when you divide you have a positive number of quarters. Okay. So you could do double elimination if you wanted. But when you look at your equation, d plus q, that's so easy. So we go d plus 15 equals 23. So substitute in. So the number of times is 8. Okay. Read the question and answer it. The question says, how many of each kind? So you can say there are 8 dimes, 15 quarters. There you go. Any questions? Thumbs up down the middle. Where are you guys at? Good. Okay. Your solving skills should be awesome. You just got to do a little bit more work. Okay. Ice cream and chocolate bars. Yum, yum. So, 4 chocolate bars, 3 ice cream cones, cost $5.30. What letter can we use for chocolate bars? C. But then look at ice cream cones. Think C is a good choice? What would be a good one for chocolate bars? B. Yeah, exactly. Okay. What would be a good one for ice cream cones? C, but then we got chocolate bars. I, yeah. Okay, so sometimes be very picky with your letters just so you don't confuse yourself. All right, that's what I try and do. Try. Okay, so first one, 4 chocolate bars plus 3 ice cream cones equals $5.30. Don't forget your decimals. Okay. Then the next one, 2 chocolate bars plus 1 ice cream cone equals $2.20. Awesome. Okay. So let's eliminate. Let's solve for I first. So B is easy, 65 cents. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could have got rid of your decimals. That's fine. There's no problem with that whatsoever. Okay. So then let's get rid of B. So I would do double elimination. You could totally do substitution here. That's fine too. It's no big deal. Just going to practice my elimination though. So each ice cream cone costs 9 cents, is that correct? Hands up if that's correct. 9 cents? Yeah. Your calculator will never give you that 0. So be super careful with it, folks, especially with money. All right? This is where it comes up. It's 90 cents. Yep.
9 cents is 0.09?
Exactly, right? So 0.09 is 9 cents. I was just trying to confuse you guys. Make sure you pay attention. Okay. So, read the question and answer it. Find the cost of a chocolate bar and the cost of an ice cream cone. So we can say the chocolate bar is 65 cents. Make sure you put a $ in front. That goes in front for all you Frenchies. And ice cream cone is $2.90. And again, for all you Frenchies, $sign in front. All right, this isn't math en français, it is English math. Okay, you guys are aware that you do that all the time? Yeah. There you go. There's your final answer. Okay. Thumbs up. Good. Any questions? Next one. This one's a little bit easier. Read it, underline the important stuff. Decide on variables. Go. Okay, so we're talking about two things, an initiation fee and a monthly fee. What letters could we use? I and M. Awesome. Okay. So we have 1 month. Now, I know you guys don't join a gym. You get to use a gym for free. That's going to change soon. So after 1 month, you have to pay your initiation fee. You have to. Can't get around it. Plus only one monthly fee, and that equals $260. Okay. At the end of 6 months, though, you still have to pay that initiation fee at the beginning. You got to include that. But now it's 6M. Okay. Good. Any questions? Okay. Solve for I and M. Go. Okay, then answer the question. That's not right. Thanks. Here's the wrong number. I think 225. Okay. So what's the answer? Alicia? Sorry, Sierra. Sierra, the answer is? Is you wrong? Okay. Turnji? And the monthly fee? Oh, good job. Okay. So that's why I was trying to provoke you guys a little bit. It's just asking for the initiation fee. Okay. So you sometimes will find the monthly fee first. No big deal. I always find them both and then go and look at the question again. Initiation fee is $225. Okay, something to look forward to after high school. Any questions? What's that? No, it's gym in the school. It's free. Yeah. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. You mean the community center? Yeah. You gotta pay that, but you guys got free gym use, free class, freebies. I can't believe they should make you pay for that. Okay, anyways, just kidding. All right, how's that one for you guys? Pretty good? Okay, before you guys get too weirded out, here we go, last question. Have a read, please. Underline some important stuff. Okay. Now this one, it's going to be a little harder for variables. So we want to use an X and a Y. Okay. So if X is the money at 8%, then the rest is Y, and that's invested at 10%. Okay. Now, when we're doing math, we can't use the number 8 and the number 10 because those are percentages. So what do we have to use? 0.08. And for 10%, 0.10 or 10. Okay? So keep that in mind. Here's the first part here. That's equation number 1. Invested too large. So X plus Y equals 2 grand. Okay? Right away, there you go. Then, for the interest, we would use 8%, oops, not 80, 0.08 of X plus 10% of Y equals $190. Okay, there you go. What do you think Mr. Barker is going to recommend you do right away? Get rid of your decimals. How can we move the decimal place 2 spots? Times by 100. Okay, so you're going to get 8x plus 10y equals 19000. Okay. Good. So what can we do to the top equation then to help eliminate? Well, let's get rid of the x. So multiply by 8. 8x plus 8y equals 16. Okay. And then subtract. So negative 2y equals negative 3,000. So y equals 1,500. Okay. Now you could do double elimination, but look at our equation. It's so easy. X plus y equals 2,000. So x plus 1,500 equals 2,000. And so then x equals 500. Okay. Read the question, make sure you're answering it. Question is how much was invested at each rate. So it would be $500 at 8% and $1,500 at 10%. There you go. Any questions? Okay, keep these out. These are really modeling what we're doing, so have them handy. I just want to show you something on your outline. Okay, this stuff here, that's just modeling. I don't think you need to solve it. These ones here, these ones are just saying how many solutions. Okay, how many solutions? That's what you want to find out. So you're not really answering the questions because instructions in front of them are from 13 to 17. You're telling me how many solutions there are. If you try to solve them, you'll get weird stuff like 0 equals 0 or 0 equals 4. Right? So that means you need to go and say how many solutions there are. Okay? Really, your word problems are the first couple and the last couple. Okay, go get started right now. Get to work. Go.